Your kid comes to you and asks you, how do I know when I'm ready to have sex? Because that's such an easy question, right? Hi, I'm Nadine Thornhill, sexuality educator. So today's video was suggested by a fellow parent of mine who wanted to know, what do you say if your teen comes to you and asks you, how do I know when I'm ready to have sex? It's not an easy question to answer, so I'm really glad we get to dive into that a bit today. There are some common answers I've heard in response to the question, how do I know when I'm ready to have sex? You need to wait until you're mature enough. You need to wait until you reach a certain age or a certain life milestone. The one that was given to me as a teenager is when you are old enough and when you meet the right person, you'll just know. I totally did not know. Readiness is a very personal, very individual thing. We can't tell anybody else if or when they'll be ready for partnered sex, even if that person is our kid. And I definitely cannot tell you when your kid will be ready to have sex, but I am not going to leave you hanging. What you can do is you can encourage your teen to think about the different aspects of sexual readiness. Now, I've prepared a bunch of conversation prompts, questions as normal. There are a lot because sexual readiness can be pretty complex. So I've divided them into sort of categories. Something to think about when we are considering our sexual readiness are our needs and desires. Do you want to have sex? Do you know what you want to do sexually? Do you know what you don't want to do sexually? How do you think you would feel talking to a partner about these things? Can you have sex in a way that serves your moral and ethical beliefs? Can you have sex in a way that serves any religious beliefs you might have? What do you hope to get out of a sexual encounter emotionally? How do you feel about communicating with your partner before, during, and after sex? Something else to think about is the relationship your teen may have with their potential sexual partner. Do you like the person you might have sex with? Do you trust the person you might have sex with? Do you care about the person you might have sex with? Do you believe that they care about you? Do you believe that they trust you? How can you respect your partner? What do you need from your partner to feel respected? Do you think that having sex might change your relationship with your partner, and if so, how? Do you think abstaining or choosing not to have sex with your partner might change your relationship, and if so, how? And of course, your teen's physical and emotional safety is a really important consideration, so here are some questions you can ask about that. How do you feel about hearing no or stopping if something is not right for your partner? How do you feel about saying no or stopping if something does not feel right for you? What risks are you taking on if you have partnered sex? How do you want to practice safer sex? Do you have what you need to practice safer sex? And if you don't, how do you plan to get it? When we have partnered sex, there is always some risk that it will not be the experience that we wanted or we were hoping for. That can happen at any point during our sexual lives, but the risk is a little higher for teens or anyone who is engaging in partnered sex for the first time, simply because we cannot know for sure how we are going to feel or react to an experience that we've never had before. I think it's really important to remind teens that if they have had an upsetting sexual experience, it doesn't mean that they have bad decision-making skills or that they're bad people. It just means that we can't know what we don't know, and sometimes a painful experience will be part of our sexual learning. I think it's also important to remind teens that being sexually active is not like a switch that once you flip it, it's done. You are sexually active now. You can have sex and realize, hey, you know what? I wasn't ready, or this wasn't for me, and you can pull back. Also, having a less than amazing sexual debut does not mean that you have blown your one big shot to do sex right. Just means it wasn't great the first time. And if you so choose, you can try again when you feel ready. So I do have just a couple of conversation prompts to help teens think about what they might do if they have sex with a partner and the sex doesn't go well. How do you feel about supporting a partner if they aren't happy after you've had sex? If you aren't happy after you've had sex, who can you turn to for emotional support and comfort? In the comments below, let me know what you would tell your younger self if they were to come to you and ask you, how do I know if I'm ready to have sex? If you like this video, you can... I was about to say, if you like this video, you can like it. What I mean is if you like this video, you can click the thumbs up down below. You can also share it. And if you enjoy this channel, you can subscribe to it. Unless you're already subscribed, in which case, thank you for subscribing. That's all for now. I hope you have a great day and I will see you soon. Bye.